being obedient is not always doing what you want to do, but just doing what God told you to do.
Like, I'm really having a God moment right now, and I'm not a cute crier. Oh, I feel like I'm being reborn. Like, I feel like God is just giving me a second chance, and I'm just overwhelmed. I feel like this is an episode of crying, so trigger warning. If seeing other people make you cry, you probably don't want to watch this. My nails look so bad. Like, need to fill in real bad. And these my real nails. I was like, you know what? Let me try a different nail salon. Like, let me just get out of finding something and just staying there. Because really, it's not like I just loved the nail salon that I went to before. It was just convenient and down the street. So I'm finna go to this other nail salon and hopefully, you know, they get your girl right. I wonder if they're gonna do eyebrows there. It seemed more so like a small boutique type, you know, appointment based. So I think that's cute. That's real cute. Hello. So it is a Sunday, and honestly, I am just relaxing. And I'm starving, and I've been being real lazy, rotting in the damn bed. But I'm about to go get some Chinese food. And then I just received a call from Elle. So they meeting up at the studio around like 2. Just to like watch the acting stuff that we did, which my nerves. They're not bad, but it's like, you know, when you're doing something new. I'm a beginner, so it's gonna be interesting to see what it looks like. But yeah, I'm gonna go get me some food, eat, some shit real quick, go up there. Hopefully I don't be there too long, because I want to come back home and start actually moving, because I feel like outside of work is literally the only reason that I will get out of the bed. I don't necessarily think I'm depressed. I think I am decompressing. Like, I think my body was on go so damn much that now I'm just like recalibrating. But I don't want to do it too long, because that could turn negative, and it could turn into like a type of depression. I don't want to do that. And typically I would DoorDash my food, but I was like, no, I'm gonna get up. And as I was getting up, that's when I received a call about it. I'm like, okay, damn. And so I just kind of got this message like, girl, you need to stay ready so you don't have to get ready like always. Like, I should have been up looking like a bad bitch, okay? Now, I'm not gonna go up there looking like a bad bitch. I'm gonna be chilling. But I should have already just been like, you know, whenever somebody called me, I should be ready right then to be like, oh, let me just throw on my shoes. Like, I gotta get back into that, because I've been kind of lazy for myself. I haven't been lazy for others and like working, and now it's time that I really stop being lazy to myself, because I deserve better than that. Okay, so it is Saturday. I hate having hair in my face. It's Saturday. I just washed and blow dried my hair because I'm about to go get my hair braided. Thank God. It's been years since I've had my hair braided. She hasn't moved into her salon suite yet, so she's doing my braids at her house, which I don't mind. And it's 20 minutes away, which I'm gonna be late, because when people find out that you semi-close, that's when you be the latest.
Last night I got my hair braided, so super cute. So glad I got it braided, because honestly, I really just want to have protective styles for like the rest of the year. I feel like me getting the braids was really a part of my birthday gift to myself, because I haven't had any type of protective styles since I was pregnant with Richie, and those were faux locks. That was basically that was like 3 years ago. I had paid in advance because I didn't want to take the money and spend it on the house, because that's basically what I do. Like, whatever I might need for the house or the kids or whatever the case may be, I always end up spending self-care money on things outside of self. So I had to force myself to pay in advance, because this is the era in my life where I am setting aside time and a budget for me, and I'm not gonna let anything interfere with that at all. So far, without the kids, I've had a little bit of quiet time to kind of reflect on certain things But I don't think I'm really fully in my healing bag right now. I think a little bit. I've definitely had some days where I've cried, or I've been doing like some heavy duty praying just because I just want to get a better understanding of why certain things have happened, why I think the way that I think sometimes, why I handle situations certain different type of ways, everything. I have kind of been doing a little more reflecting. I have been journaling more, which has definitely been helping me. But I've also noticed too that with journaling and praying, my performance at work, ain't nobody fucking with me for real, for real. Like, I've really been killing shit at work, and that's like one thing that I'm so happy about, especially coming from me who like really don't like working. I really don't like working, but definitely much so prefer to probably have my own business, be a housewife type of vibe. But I've really been in my work bag lately, and I'm like, hold on, I'm my boss. Like, I've been killing it at work, so I'm really proud of me with that. I've had a very rocky year. With that being said, it made a year last week that I've been in Florida, so yay! Shout out to me making 1 year in Florida, and many more years to come, because I love Florida. I ain't going nowhere. And I've never felt this confident in saying that. I always tell myself, like, if I do move, it'll probably be to get another, like, pad or whatever. Maybe in, like, California or something like that. But I love Florida. So this is home for me. I think God also gave me that revelation like a week ago. I'm not even trying to write out the episodes. It's just literally occurring. It's just real life. So in the last episode, I went home. And then when I came back, and I was, kind of purging a little bit, driving to work. That's like my best time to talk to God, when I'm driving to work. And God was like, this is home now. Like, you went back home to heal home, but now you need to embrace the fact that this is home for you now. And so that just kind of made me feel a little emotional. I was like, ugh. But yeah, so y'all excuse my throat. Like, I feel like the back and forth of the weather is just got me all fucked up. I am not celebrating my birthday this year, and typically that is something that is so like, I always make a big deal about my birthday. I told myself this year, like, you know what? I'm detaching from everything and regaining purpose behind it. I don't know if I'm explaining that right, but I always had this thing where I would always say, like, oh, my birthdays always suck. I always end up crying on my birthday, blah, 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 whatever. And I really got to stop saying that, because it's almost like I'm cursing myself. So that's why I was like, you know what, this year, I am going to expect nothing but be grateful for everything. That's the space that I'm in right now. I want to detach from certain ways of thinking when it comes to certain things that I expect, so that way I can have more freedom to invite the things that need to happen, and not be so controlling of everything that occurs in my life, because that's not fun. But today I am supposed to be viewing um, some condos, homes. I think only two today. One of the homes that I'm viewing today was like I guess you can kind of say it's like a condo. It's not my favorite, okay? But I also prayed, and I was like, God, you know, whatever place is for me that's going to allow me to have the peace and joy that I seek, you know, just let it be, because I am going to turn any place that I move into my own, my space. It's been kind of, I don't know, I've been kind of like going back and forth in my head a little bit just with everything. That's the thing about making hard decisions, because being obedient is not always doing what you want to do, but just doing what God told you to do. And I'm in a very obedient season, and it is hard because deep down, I would have liked to work things out in my relationship, but God is like, no. And I feel like I have been a little stubborn, and I have been doing what I've been wanting to do. And that's just not the way. Like, I am too spiritually inclined, okay? Like, God knows that I know better. So I feel like a lot of the times God holds me to a higher standard because I do know better. And sometimes I genuinely just choose not to. So it's a lot to take in. I'm not claiming single motherhood because that's not really what it is. He's still around and he's still helping with the kids. Like, Richie and Boss, like, that's their dad. Honestly, Boss love that nigga more than his own child. Okay? Boss loves that man. And that's what kind of hurts a little bit more. um, um, yeah. That's what hurts because my 5-year-old's real dad has never been involved, which is fine. I definitely just filed for child support though. Okay, it's been 5 years. Okay, Boston is actually about to be 6, and it took me so long to get to this point of being like, you know what, I'm going to file for child support. And I do feel like it's a timing thing for me. I feel like back when a lot of chaos was happening, where people were trying to like literally bully me into saying that I didn't know who my baby daddy was, which is fucking nuts. I was like, I was gay before this. Of course I know who my baby daddy is, but they just insisted that I was just this hoe that did not know. And so his dad did like this craziness to where he like it's really not funny, but like I can laugh at it because to me, I'm like, this nigga is fucking nuts. But yeah, posted like a fake DNA test online and like really had people talking about me like a fucking dog. Like, could not even enjoy posting my son because it was always getting shared or talked about. So like I kind of feel like my first pregnancy and my first experience of being a mom was robbed from me. But nevertheless, I grew from it. It is what it is. He's never been around. And my spirit, like I said, I always do what God said me to do. God said it was time. So I filed. So you'll be eating that soon if you haven't. You and one of your hoes. One of y'all will get that paperwork. I definitely put your mama number down. So she's definitely probably got the call. No shade though. It's just business. Like my baby finna go to private school. He got a lot going on. He had to go through therapy, things like that. So it is what it is, child. A lot of people don't realize that I actually really don't hate the nigga. I've never hated the nigga. Like, I thought he was weird as fuck for the shit that he did. But I didn't hate him because if you got 100 bitches and everybody pregnant, I don't, like, and you an ain't shit ass nigga, I kind of expect you to, like, do weird ass shit because your back is up against the wall and you have no idea what the fuck to do. Because you done put yourself into some shit that you really can't get out of. So, hey, you know. Some people respond differently. I'm a very understanding and open person, so I never really hated him. I still don't. I think he's weird. I definitely think he's weird for the shit that he pulled, but I don't hate him. I actually reached out to him twice between like the time that I had the baby and about a couple weeks ago. Like I actually texted him before I filed for child support because my spirit was like, I feel like that was God being like, hey, because the first time I reached out, it was like 2-3 years ago, because I was in Jackson and I was like, hey, we're going to be in Jackson a little bit longer than I expected. You're welcome to meet Boston if you want to. I got the messages. No response. He did look at it though, but no response. So I was like, cool, I ain't give a fuck. Because at that time, Boss was like 3. So from there, a couple weeks ago when I was on my way back from Jackson to Florida from after dropping the kids off, God was like, let this be your last time texting him and giving him a chance to do right on his own. I was like, okay. I even called my brother and my sister about it, like, hey, should I text him and, da 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 da. They like, I mean, yeah, at least you know that if the nigga don't respond, you don't give a fuck. Clock it. I'm glad y'all know me. So I text him like, hey, when you get a chance, can we talk about Boston? No response. Okay. Child support. Like, I'm done with it. I don't care. Okay. You're not my dad. I think the only thing that will hurt me is if in the future Boss ever feels some type of way. Anyway, all this to say, it hurts because Richie's father is Boston's father, and Boston loves that man very, very much. Like, I damn near think he loved him more than he loved me. Okay, he loves that man. Like, you cannot tell him that is not his father. So for me to be going through a separation is very tear jerking, and it's hard, but it does need to be done. I just pray that co-parenting goes well, which I feel that it will. But yeah, I'm looking at homes. I'm looking at stuff today to kind of put myself in the energy of being back a single mom, but not really, because I have help. So I don't claim that term anymore. I feel like the term single mom should be for those that really ain't got no help from like no family, friends, none of that. I have a community that loves and cares about me, so I won't claim that term. But I am about to be a mom with kids with no man in the home. So that's going to be a different shift. It's going to be definitely a different shift. But I will be taking y'all on this journey with me. Sometimes it'll be happy. Sometimes I will have moments where I cry. I still want to cry. But I'm not going to cry 24/7. I don't think. But yeah. Alright, real quick, y'all, before I get in the car and charge this camera, I am headed to go look at this place, and we gonna see how it's gonna be. I'm tired, and I just got up from my nap, and I really want to go back to sleep. But I got up from my sleep just to get this done, so let's get it done. It is what I feel is going to be a great starting point for me and the kids. It is a few things that I would probably change about it, or things that aren't necessarily my favorite. Like, for instance, like the kitchen is nice, but the cabinets are kind of small, and the sink is small. So the sinks are small and they're not like deep, but I'm okay with that. First of all, the bathrooms are beautiful. That's probably going to be my favorite place. Like, I love the bathrooms, and I love the fact that it's going to give me range to really build it and make it my own. And I just want something that's mine. Okay, mine. Sometimes when you are, I'm about to cry, because it was just certain stuff that they were saying that I felt like was confirmation. Like, that just makes me want to cry, because this is what healing is. Sometimes when you are leveling up and going into that next phase in your life, you strip yourself of everything. I feel very bare. I'm just going to be so grateful to have something of my own, that I'm going to be okay with things not being as perfect as I would like it to be, or stuff like that. That's why I said I think it'll be a good start for me, because I've always told myself, like, I think I told myself, like, next year I'm gonna be in a high rise, and I probably will be. But I think that right now with this condo, I think the condo will be a good start. Wow, change is emotional for me.
And it's not that I don't like change. I do like change. But this time, the change is very big and very scary. But I'm grateful. Is this going to be an episode of crying? But I am very grateful that God has, you know, sent people to help me. Like, random people. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, I'm really having a God moment right now, and I'm not a cute crier, but I'm really having a God moment, because everything that I've been like journaling about and praying about, and I've like spent so many years just crying about so many different things, or just being hurt and being in like pain over so many different things. I feel like God finally is like hearing me, or maybe I'm like receiving it. Maybe I've always, you know, he's always heard me, but I'm in the season of receiving, and I'm just I'm overwhelmed in a good way, in a bad way, in a just every way. I'm overwhelmed because I've never had so many people support me and help me in my life. Like, random people. Like, everybody that I've met in Florida has been so kind to me. When God told me to move to Tampa last year, I didn't know what, you know, God had up his sleeve. I didn't know why he really wanted me here. But like, I'm starting to see it. Like, oh my God, like, I am healing for real this time. Like, and we go through several healing journeys. Like, it's not just a one-time thing, but like, no, this is healing something so much deeper in me that I didn't know that I needed. I remember I used to always be so sad, feeling like people didn't support me. I always felt, you know, dismissed, not heard, things like that. And it's like, wow, I used to feel like people, and not just the feeling, people would really go out of their way to not support me, you know, throw wrenches in my plans, try to ruin my character, assassinate my reputation and character, all type of stuff, right? And now I'm in a place to where people genuinely care about me and really like are rooting for me to win. Like, I've never experienced no shit like this in my life. It's crazy. Y'all, I love my job, right? I tried to quit because I was stressed, I was overwhelmed. And I don't know, I think it's just like a cycle for me or something, to where I oftentimes self-sabotage. And I guess God was like, not this time. Like, I'm not gonna let you ruin it this time. You know what I'm saying? I tried to quit. Y'all, when I say they would not let me leave. And 2 weeks later, I turned around and I said, God, thank you. Thank you for allowing them to stop me from self-sabotaging like I always do. I know I deserve great things. And like I said, I love my job. It's the most money I've ever gotten paid. And I was gonna leave. Why? Y'all, a lot of people ain't gonna like it. And a lot of people gonna feel like I don't deserve it. But God got his hands on me, y'all. For real. I know some of y'all don't want to hear that. But he does, though. For real. Like, I pray all the time. And all I've ever wanted for myself was to be at peace. And to be the best mother ever. I don't ask for nothing outside of it. I swear I don't. So, for me, I'm just overwhelmed with so much gratitude. God, thank you. Thank you for allowing me to be seen and heard in a way that I feel like I should have always been seen and heard. Jesus. And God is so real. God is so real. For real. I'm so snotty. I gotta get off of here, y'all. I'm gonna be crying if I keep going. I feel like this is an episode of crying. So, trigger warning. If seeing other people make you cry, you probably don't want to watch this. Cause baby, the shift is happening. The shift is real. I am snotty nose crying. Like, God is so good, and God is really transforming my life. I'm scared, but I'm still going though. Whew! Thank you, Jesus. Thank you for allowing me to break free from all of the chains and generational curses that I have been battling, known and unknown. Thank you, Jesus. And I have not always made the best decisions, but thank you for loving me in spite of, despite my mistakes. Oh, I feel like I'm being reborn. Like, I feel like God is just giving me a second chance, and I'm just overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed. Ah, okay. Let me relax. And my throat hurt now. I already don't feel good. Okay, y'all. So, let me just get my life together. So, I am actually sick, okay? And I think I said that in my last clip. I'm actually about to pull into work, but my throat is hurting so bad. So spiritual warfare for me has been, as soon as I'm about to start getting shit done, or I'm in my bag, whether that's like making music or doing my YouTube videos, my throat will begin to be so sore. Like, I would feel so sick. And I really had slightly thought about calling out, and I was like, nah, I'm not gonna call out. I'm gonna take some medicine and I'm gonna take my ass to work because I'm doing so well, and the better I do, the more money that I get, especially in this little time frame that we're in right now. I told y'all about, you know, how God just so good or whatever, and, you know, moving out, putting me and my babies in a new spot type of vibe. And so my throat has been hurting so bad, and I feel like, you know, typically, because I've been feeling so bad, like, since Saturday night. But I keep going, though. I'm like, nah, spiritual warfare not finna get your girl this time. I'm finna keep pushing myself. Long story short, condo is secured. And I'm really in awe right now. And the prayer that I prayed was, you know, when I was looking for a place, like, God, only allow me to get into a place where I'm going to thrive, where I'm going to, you know, be able to increase my finances. Just put me in a place that's mine, you know what I'm saying, that's my own, and that's going to allow me to thrive and elevate and bring in abundance for me and my kids, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, if it's not for me, I don't want it. So only give me what is for me. And so, condo secured, and it was not hard. It just happened. And so that's what makes me feel like it's from God. I'm a little nervous because I'm like, this was too easy, but I feel like God sees that I'm trying to be obedient, and sees that I'm really trying to be more disciplined, and I'm listening, and I am stepping out of my comfort zone and really doing stuff even when it hurts. Because obviously moving out, like, it just solidifies the breakup even more, right? And so that is a very sad thing to deal with. But I heard what God said. And God said, let me do it for you. Like, you're good. Like, God was like, I just want to show you that I can do whatever. I can do whatever you want. I can do whatever you ask. Like, you are stressed for nothing when I can do it all. And I just got a text this morning that the condo is mine. Two bed, 2 bath, garage. And I definitely feel like that's gonna be a good little starter place for me and my kids, before I elevate some more. But I'm excited. Thank you, Jesus. Anyway, I gotta go into work. I'm not late, but you know what they say, if you on time, you late. So it's like that. And I need to fix my oatmeal and stuff. Like, I hate that I'm feeling like this, but I'm gonna stay positive and I'm gonna have a great work day. And yeah, because people be coming to me for the energy, and I just ain't got it today. But anyway, God is so good, and I'm a little scared, but I'm still doing it though.